This video is about stem cells. So these are the kind of amazing cells that they don't have a specific function yet in the body, but they will turn into the cell that does the job you need. That might be a blood cell or a liver cell or a muscle cell and so on. Now, in the very early stages of life, when an embryo is just forming, it's a ball of embryonic stem cells, and those can divide and multiply and then start to differentiate. That's the word, meaning specialize and pick a job, basically. Once they've differentiated, cells can very rarely change. They can do so more easily in plants than in animals, but in animals' cases, stem cells differentiate. That's pretty much the end of the story. Now, if we have tissue that needs repairing, if we need, or for example, brain degeneration like Parkinson's disease, a therapy for these kinds of problems would be to use stem cells, get them to specialize into the cell we need for the tissue, and use that as a way of repairing the damaged tissue. So we have a medical need for stem cells for treating various conditions. Now, the two sources that we have are adult stem cells, which come from your bone marrow. Now, those are obviously very useful because they already are a genetic match for you, but they can turn into most kinds of cells, but not every kind of cell. The alternative is to use embryonic stem cells, which requires some kind of therapeutic cloning. Essentially, you have to create an embryo that is a genetic match for you, the patient, and then use that to repair tissue. That is, of course, highly regulated because it's a very controversial kind of topic of medical development. Obviously, a lot of people would believe that these embryos created for medical purposes are now living beings with rights and that need to be guarded for themselves. So that's why it's controversial and heavily regulated. Anyway, hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching.